In the previous lecture, I talk about how to use pointer, or we can say by using pointer I explain swapping of two number without using third variable. That was a very important program for your exam, and I talk about pointer arithmetic where you can use, and we already know that if I don't use array, so pointer arithmetic is useless unless we do not perform any array operation, right? Because most of the time this pointer arithmetic I am going to use in my array, so it is helpful in case of array. And also we have we had discussion of one of the program. I demonstrate one of the program by using value array address operator and ampersand operator. So this example obviously it will clear your doubt regarding the address of a pointer or value of the pointer. So how we can use the star operator, ampersand operator. And in this lecture I am going to discuss about the precedence and associativity associated with the pointer and how we to read the pointer. And one of the important topic in this lecture I am going to discuss, that is pointer to an array. Most of the time we are going to use array and pointer at a time, so that is why this topic is very important. And pointer to function also very important, because function in C programming basically we use array, function, structure, everything. These are the frequently used, and most of the time in our complex data structure I use everyone use stack, queue, linked list, tree, graph. So most in the complex data structure the pointer is used, is play an important role. So I will discuss pointer to structure also, and what is self referential structure. So let us start with one by one. Let us first start what does mean the precedence and associativity of pointer. Okay. So let me start with the first one. You already know that if I want to read a complex pointer, right, that are several things we have to must take care into taken care into consideration while reading the complex pointer in C. So we have to here the precedence means and associative means. So how to read the pointer? So let us see, when multiple operator are present in there, what is the precedence of this operator. So if the operator is first, for example we have a bracket operator, you already know that, and we have a array subscript operator. We are already familiar with this operator because this bracket operator used in function, and many where we have seen that. And bracket and this subscript operator used in array, we already know that we have used to initialize the size of an array or to define the size of an array, right? And what is the precedence in case of if I use with and pointer? So let me write the precedence. And associativity So precedence is higher, so that means precedence is 1. So is there in my, so let me take an example so that you can get the clear idea. So I am just writing int, you already know that, int star p, and that is 10. Okay, this is one of the example. My question is how to read, what is the meaning of this line, how to read. Most of the time you will get that type of question in your exam. What is the meaning of this line? If I don't use the bracket, what is the meaning of this line? So this statement. So to answer these questions, the precedence and associativity concept is very essential for you, because we don't know pointer is associated with which data type or associated with either any identifier or not. So that concept is very essential. So next the operator. So we have already know the star operator, and we also know the identifier, the name of the variable that has been given to a particular. So let me write the identifier, and the precedence is 2. So star array identifier, the precedence is 2, and associativity first one is left to right. So that means I will read from left to right. Okay, so left to right, first one is left to right, and the second one is right to left, right to left. Okay, and if there are any data type, because you already know the int is a data type, so data type, the precedence is 3. At data type, the precedence is 3. Okay, so what is the meaning? So we already know that. So in the same line, you have a data type, that is my data type, and this is my first bracket, okay, or bracket operator, and this is my array subscript. Here this is array subscript operator, and this is bracket operator. So in the line, so we have a data type, you have a star, or you can say value at address operator. We have a identifier, this is identifier, okay, this is star, and this is data type, and this is the array subscript operator, you can say this one, third bracket, and this is the value obtained. So what is the meaning of this line? So that kind of question is very common for your exam. So first you look at the precedence. What is the precedence of first bracket, or you can say bracket operator? Precedence is 1. So in this one is also 1, and this is one also, what, precedence is 1. Okay, and within this both the precedence is 1, but then we have to look into the associativity. So left to right, so I will read from left to right. So I will consider this one first. Okay, I will consider this one first, and within this bracket we have a one of the star operator, and P is the identifier. So which one is the first, star or identifier? Both are same precedence, that is 2, and we have to consider the associativity with this identifier and value at address operator. So right to left, so P is a pointer. So first I have to write P is a pointer. So associativity goes to P first. Here the first is first bracket, so P is a pointer. Star means pointer. Okay, so I'll write is pointer. Okay, then what is symbol? This is array subscript operator, and that is an array. So array of what? Integer data type. So we can write to an array. So P is a pointer to an array of, what is the size? Size is, or let me write the size. Size is 10, of size 10. So in this way you can write, or you can read it. So P is a pointer. P is a pointer to an array of size 10, integer array. So let me write, and array of integer P is a pointer to an array of integer size 10, right? Okay, now the next topic is very, very important. Pointer to an array. Okay, so next topic is pointer to an array. So we already discussed this one. So first, how to write pointer to an array? First we have to write, so let me write the syntax so that you can understood. This is clear to you, I know that. Data type, first we have to write data type, because when we are declare a pointer, right? So pointer, first we have to declare the data type. So that means what kind of variable what pointer is going to hold the address of another variable. So that means what kind of variable is going to hold the address of this pointer. Okay, right? So first we have to write the data type, then we have to use variable name, what is the name of the variable, and before that we have to use the star and first bracket, right? And then size of the array. So within third bracket, size of array. Okay, so that is the declaration. So let's consider the first one. I have just mentioned int is a data type, and star p is a variable name. Okay, then within it is bracket, and then size of 10. So it is one of the example of pointer to an array, right? And suppose, so here p is a pointer to an array of integer of size 10, right? And let me write a simple program. So what is the difference between this one when I declare about as an array, how to use it? And suppose I am taking the some another example. It may have so doubt that why the bracket is present here if I don't write the bracket here, if I write 10. So what is the meaning of this line actually? This is not a pointer to an array declaration. So means here p is a pointer, right? And p is a array of size 10, and it will return the integer pointer. So that is different thing. Okay, and here that is different thing. So this is not acceptable into declaration of pointer to an array. So bracket is very important, play an important role when you declare pointer to an array. So now let's consider a simple example. I am just not writing has include stdoh. I am just writing integer main. Suppose we have already mentioned in my first example, when we declare about let me consider this one, integer ARR 5 equal to 1 2 3 4 5. So that means ARR, name of the array, and size of the array is 5, and it contains the 5 element. 1 2 3 4 5 is the value. So if I write in this way, so that is my 0th index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 and 4. So the value is first 1 2 3 4 5, right? This is the meaning of this line. And if I write in this way, if I initialize int star ptr is a pointer which is equal to ARR, okay, and if I print f percentile p, or you can say address of this ARR, so it will print the base address, that means just 0th address. Okay, right? Return 0. It will print the 0th address, the first address. And if I use ampersand sign in front of ARR, so it will point to whole array. So if I don't use the ampersand sign in front of ARR variable or name of the array, then it will only point to this first location. So just like a ordinary variable, it point to the base address of an array. And if I use ampersand operator in front of name of the array, then it will point, or you can say it will point the whole array. So that is also one of the difference between pointer. When I declare, we have to take care of this situation, that how to declare the pointer to an array. So that concept is very essential. Okay, and even we can write, you can take a simple example. You can also take another example. when suppose I have declared an array ARR 10, okay, and I want to declare a pointer, so I can write ptr, okay, instead of these two lines we can write ptr, and the size is 10 here, and that is ARR. Okay, in this way you can also assign pointer to an array. The next topic is pointer to function. Pointer to function. We know pointer to an integer, pointer to character, pointer to float, pointer to double, pointer to an array also even I know. Okay, so we know about this one. And what does mean about the pointer to function? So how do I declare pointer to function? That is a very important question, and it is a little bit complex. We have to remember whenever we declare a pointer. Okay, how do I declare a pointer? So I'm just explaining how to declare a pointer. I will write just int star ptr. So here what is the meaning of this line? So ptr is a pointer to an integer. Okay, and if I write for example char star ptr2, so that means ptr2 is a pointer to an character variable, right? Similarly, how can I write pointer to a function? So that means how do I declare function pointer? So that is a very important question. So let me take a simple example, so that simple programming example, so that you can get the clear idea how do I access the pointer, how do I call a function, how to declare a pointer to function with a simple example, so you can get the clear idea. Okay, so let's consider this one. In this example I have just written a function. Name of the function is fun. Return type of this function is void. Okay, and it takes only one parameter, one argument, that is int a. So one of the argument is integer a, and it will just print the value of a, right? Whatever the value of a, so that will print, right? So I have just not written the complete program, just to mention how to declare pointer to function. So here the declaration, look at this, the pointer to function. So if I want to declare this void, return type of this function is void. So in this way, if I want to declare pointer to function, so first we have to write the data type. Okay, data type. So what kind of return type of this function? Void. So I have written void. Then I have used star within bracket star name of the pointer. I have just give the name according to our requirement. You can give any number, any name, identifier. So I have just given fun underscore ptr. So this is my pointer, function pointer. And then within first bracket I have just passed int. Look at this, int equal to ampersand of fun. Now consider how this line is written. So if we know how to declare a function. So if I want to declare a function, so normally if I write int, for example, fo is my, or if I write fun is my function or function name, function, and if I write int, what is the meaning of this line? The name of the function is fun fun. Okay, and it takes one of argument, that is int is a prototype, right? So it takes one argument, and that is my declaration of function, and return type of this function is integer, right? So when I declare a pointer, and return type pointer is integer type. So similarly if I compare with this one, so here the star operator is placed in between the data type and the pointer or identifier name. Here this is my identifier name. Okay, function identifier, we can think as a, if I compare with the first one. So if I place the star before that, so if I write int star fun int, is it a pointer to function declaration? Is it? Is it okay? It's not a okay, because it means the function is a pointer which takes one argument, integer is a integer argument, and it return the integer type pointer. So return type is integer pointer, not a function pointer, right? So return type is an integer pointer. So this syntax is not acceptable. So if I make a little bit change, for example, if I write int, then star fun, then int, so that means, it means that this is my pointer. Okay, okay, compare with this one, and this is the identifier. So here the star is associated with this function name, or we can say identifier, right? And return type of this function is integer. Now it is correct. Now it is correct. So that declaration is called pointer to function declaration. Now compare with this one. Here my star means this is my identifier, right? Or function name. Okay, and star associated with this, that is my pointer to function. Read it. We have already discussed about the associativity. So we can see fun underscore ptr is a pointer. This is pointer, and to it means angle bracket means we already know that it's a function. So pointer to function fun, because I have just assigned ampersand sign fun, so that is, this line means pointer to function fun, okay, function name, and return type of this function is void. So that is the complete declaration of pointer to function. So to make it simple, please remember that first write the return type, then name of the function pointer, then within first bracket the argument type of this function, and equal to the address of this function. So this address is assigned to this function to pointer, pointer to function. And you can write this line in alternative way. We can first just declare pointer to function, and then we can declare function pointer equal to ampersand of funcs. Okay, so in this way you can declare, you can use one of them, this one or this one you can write. And if I want to call this function by using, suppose here the value is integer is 10, okay, so I just passed 10 as an argument, so int a, so value of a will be 10 and the output will be 10, right? And whenever you just call this function by using function pointer to function, I have to just write the left hand side star name of the identifier within first bracket, so that portion is a calling function. Okay, so that is about the pointer to function. And I am also going to discuss a simple program, swapping program, or we can say passing pointer to a function. So how to pass a pointer to a function with the help of we can say function call by reference, because in our function example we have seen the function pass function calling call by value and call by reference. I have already discussed what does mean the call by value and call by reference. So let's recap this concept by using pointer, so that this question is very very important. So I am taking the same example, swapping to number. I have already mentioned in the last lecture how to interchange the value of two variable by using pointer. Here I am just doing the same program name is same and the program logic is same, but here I am just using function, because the last example was not used by the function. It's a simple program, that's why I am just doing. And you will get this question, write a program in C call by reference. Okay, give the example of call by reference. So whenever you will get this type of question, you can answer this question from this example, because this is very very simple and you are already familiar with the swapping. We have done so many way. We have done normal swapping of two variable, swapping without using third variable, with third variable, and even here I am also using pointer, and that example is very important for if you want to answer this concept function call by reference. Okay, that point is very important. Even if you asked to write a program, pass pointer to a function, so that answer can be done from this example also. Okay, so let's see, we already know the swapping logic, so that's why I'm not taking too much time to explain that what does mean swap. Swap means interchange the value of two variables. We already familiar with those. So here I have taken two variable. One of the variable is num and another variable is num2. So one of the variable is num1 is equal to 10 and num2 equal to 50. So according to this, so num is my variable and the value of this variable is 10, and for example this is my address x400 and this is my name of the variable is num1 and another variable num2, and here the value of this variable is 50. For example, this is the address of x600. Okay, and I have taken two pointer. One of the pointer is called vr. So this is my pointer vr1, variable 1, and I have just assigned vr1 and I have taken another pointer, name is vr2. Okay, so vr2. Okay, so and the address of this, for example, so first before swapping the value of num1 and num2 is num1 and num2 is, so I will get the output here, num1 is 10 and num2 is 50. Okay, so that is before swapping. And now the next line I call a function. What is the name of the function? Swap, and I have just passed the address of num1. What is the address of num1? x400. And what is the address of num2? x600. So I have just passed the address. So what is the meaning of this line? So it will be like this: int star vr1 equal to address of num1, right? So in this function I have taken a two argument, that means two pointer argument, and it will, and if I explain this line, so I will get like this: int star var1 equal to ampersand of num1, and similarly int star vr2 equal to ampersand of num2. So it's a, so that means vr is a pointer which point to this num1 variable or address of this num1 variable, so that will point this value. So you are familiar with this one because we have done so many example in the previous lecture and this lecture also. So here, so that is the address of this pass. So according to this, here the address of vr, so that means the value will be passed to 10, address will be passed x400 and x600, and then I am just doing the simple logic. We already know that I have taken a simple variable, temporary variable int, and temp equal to value of var1. So what is the address? x400, and it is the address is x600. So that means is point to this variable, is that is point to this variable. Now value of var1 means 10. So here 10 and temp equal to 10, right? And v star value of star vr1 equal to star vr2. So star vr2 means 50. So 50 will be assigned to this variable vr. Okay, so the value will be now changed to 50, right? Now change to 50, and temp equal, temp is another variable, temp is another variable whose value is 10 right now presently, and it may be address, one of the address you may consider, and temp equal to, or you can say start vr2 equal to temp. So that means whatever the value of temp, that value is copied to the variable vr2. So now the value of this vr2 right now, so will be 10, right? So the name of the change, so right now the value of this vr1 is 50 and value of var2 is 10. So after swapping the num1 and num2, so if I want to access by this variable name, because the value is changed by using pointer, so the modification is done with the address, so it will automatically change the lost the earlier value, and it will print the present value. What is the present value of num1? So that is 50, and the present value of 10. So what I am expecting, the value of num1 before the swapping was 10, now it is 50, and value of num2 before was 15, now it is 10. So that is the interchange, and this example is one of the important example when we talk about the function call by reference. This is a very important, and most of the time you will get this question in your exam. So explain call by reference with an example. So you can use this example, and even whenever you get give an example pointer to function and how to pass a pointer variable to a function, that is also this example is very useful. So you can do that in next lecture. So in this lecture I have just discussed about precedence and associativity of pointer, and how to read a pointer, what does mean pointer to an array, and what is pointer to function. That is very important concept, because most of the time we are going to use array function by using pointer. So that concept is very important. Even the last example I have discussed about call by reference using pointer, where I discuss about the swapping of two numbers. This is a very important program. You can do that, and in next lecture I will discuss about the new I will discuss about the complex data structure, for example structure to pointer, or you can say pointer to structure, self-referential structure, and pointer to pointer. That concept is very important. Most of the time I will call it double pointer. So what is double pointer, what is void pointer, where we can use the void pointer, what is null pointer, and what is the size of pointer. So far I have discussed so many things because I have not explained the size of the pointer. So that means how much byte it will take in our computer memory. I will discuss in this way, and at last I will discuss about the advantage and disadvantage of pointers, so that you can brush up your knowledge through the entire chapter. So from what is pointer to at the end of pointer to pointer. So I will explain advantage and disadvantage in my next lecture. Thank you.